Hi everyone, SEO viewer here, showing you how to perform YouTube research using YT Studio Pro. Once you've decided on a niche to specialize in, it can be a bit daunting to figure out how to go about YouTube research. So, or even assess your competitors, right? And the good thing is that YT Studio Pro gives you a streamlined approach to begin your research process. So first thing you want to do is go into the search query and type in a niche, topic, keyword, or maybe even a channel you're interested in. In my case, I'm going to do travel vlogs, and we'll analyze a number of results. You can go anywhere from 20 videos to 300. I'm going to do 300 just to show. And the way this will end up being organized, it'll go by top performers. It'll show how video view count is kind of correlates with video length, and then it will show all the results of the videos that were analyzed. So if we take a look here, we can see the video with the most views is a train vlog. Looks like it's a short. The video with the most engagement is a Brussels vlog, and the video with the most likes is this one here, One Day in Mangaluru. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing that, but yeah. And of course, the view count, number of likes, comments are included, as well as the engagement score and like ratio. Depending on what videos are listed, you'll also get a description and maybe even some tags, as well as a link to the original YouTube video. If you want to get a bit more information about how views kind of have varied over time as an average, they have the views per hour statistic that you can reveal. That'll show it for all the videos that are listed here. If we scroll down a bit further, here's the video duration analysis. Typical travel vlog is about 24 minutes, with the best performing being about a minute long. And then you get a scatter plot to see if there's any correlations. And then underneath you have all the videos here. So it doesn't necessarily have to be 3 videos per row. If you go back up here, you can change it from anywhere to 3 to 6. We'll do 4. And this makes it easier to kind of compare different kind of thumbnails, titles, all this stuff, so you can have an idea of what works and what you can replicate in your videos. You can also see whether or not the videos are short, like this one here, or a normal YouTube video like this one here. So, and if you see videos with lower view counts, you can also work to identify what doesn't work, what to avoid. So it's a pretty good analysis overall that you can get from this tool. If you forgot any of the information that I mentioned here, there's the legend 2 that'll mention everything that I included in this video. We're going to export the research results so we can do an even greater in-depth analysis using this button at the bottom here. And to perform this statistical analysis, we'll use the YouTube Insights tool. Now, I should mention before I get into this that all the processing that happens with this data happens in the browser. It's not center stored in any server, so you don't have to worry about compromising your data that you're analyzing here. So let's select the CSV file, and we can see that 300 videos were analyzed. This just gives you general view counts, data points, and then there's 2 forms of analysis that can be done. You can go either by view metrics, or you can go by keyword analysis. And starting with the view metrics, the first 4 bubbles here kind of give you the stats of the average video in this sort of niche or area that you're analyzing. And then on the bottom left here, we have a outlier analysis, which identifies outlier videos on the basis of view count or engagement. And they use a metric known as z-score, which is basically a measure of a number of standard deviations that a video lies at. So if you want to replicate specific videos that are like guaranteed outperformers, you can pick apart the title, go back to the CSV file, and analyze it that way. This is another duration versus views analysis so that you get a better idea of any sort of correlations between the two. This is a view count versus distribution, which shows how many videos have X amount of views. Engagement by duration shows you if there's any sort of trend in the data, so you can assess whether or not it would be better to make a longer video or shorter video. This shows you the top 5 performing videos in terms of engagement and the least or the worst 5 performing videos on the basis of engagement. You could possibly take a look at the titles, what they're discussing, to assess like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this if I want to get more engagement on my videos, or maybe I should do this if I want to get more engagement on my videos. And finally, we have a performance breakdown in a pie chart of videos based on their duration. Now, if you wanted to do a keyword analysis instead, there's a bar graph which shows which keywords are the most common. Here we can see travel appears in 185 videos, vlog appears in 104, vlogs in 58, and so on and so forth. So you have an idea of which keywords to include in your titles. After that, there's a sort of tag analysis that happens. This shows which hashtags are included in videos and which are the most common. This shows, which tags are the most popular and how they correlate with views. And this shows the most used tags in the top 10 videos in terms of engagement. And finally, we have a title structure analysis that shows the typical length of a video title, whether the video title uses emojis, numbers, or questions, so that you can keep that in mind when you're constructing your YouTube video titles. If you want to reperform any sort of analysis, you can click the Upload New File button and just upload another CSV file. And if by chance you forget any of the information that I mentioned here in this video, you can always just click the Help button and it'll show you all the statistics that were used in the analysis here for these analytics. If you like what you see and you want to try the tool for yourself, I have links posted in both the description and the pinned comment. Thanks for your time, and I hope the information presented here was useful to you.